What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today guys, we got 14 sales. We're going to be starting with some marquee matchups. Oh, I love those lazy buyers, man. I'm starting to sell my consumables off. I told you guys I'm going to stop being so lazy and I'm going to start listing stuff up and try and sell some stuff on. And that's exactly what we've been doing. Loads of stuff sells right now, guys. Bronzes, silvers, the works. Because of SBCs and also more specifically for silvers due to the weekly objective of Santi Catola. So you need to win 9 online singles matches using only silver players for Futmas Catola. And so with that in mind, we're going to do that. Now, there was some mixed players packs or something in store. I don't know if they're still there. Rare players pack, rare mega pack, they're not. I would have bought them if they were still there because silvers are worth so much right now. To the point where it might be worth doing the 2.5k silver packs. Maybe. Let's do one and just see what we get out of this. Because most silvers right now are just selling for quite a lot. This might be the day. How much is this guy selling for? Oh, trust me, 450. This guy... maybe like 500 too. So that'd be like 1,000 coins back for those two guys. The Mets badge, maybe 200. I mean, we'll get some coins back for this. Not a major amount. Okay, we're actually going to make profit off of this pack because we packed a pink kit that will sell for 1,500 coins. How crazy is that? And then Byram here. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. This guy is like 4k minimum there. 3k minimum. So I'm actually going to list him up for like 2k. And I think, even though 2 of these items didn't sell, I think loads are going to sell. I even think like all of this stuff's going to start selling for like 300-400 coins, or at least 200 coins, because with silvers, people will use attribute cards with silvers. Let me just go straight to the trade pile and have a look to see if some of that stuff sold. It hasn't yet. We'll get back to that though, guys. But I think silver pack method might be on right now. With that being said, I am going to do Arias, I think. He's real cheap. It's a good Futmas card. You know, although I don't want to start wasting coins and stuff again, it's a good card to have. And then the Futmas Challenge, guys, which is for a Prime Gold Players Pack. Yeah, Prime Gold Players Pack. So 2 same league, 4 same nation, 2 rare players, 78 rated. Now I'm 79 rated with the chemistry, but I've got a lot of untradables in here. So Gaeta is tradable, Rafael is tradable, Palois is untradable, Sacco tradable, Firpo tradable. Maybe I haven't got as many untradables as I thought. And then Babbo untradable. So I've got a few untradables in there anyway. So we're going to turn that in for the Futmas Challenge. Job done on that one. Hello? Is this server's like mad laggy right now? And then we're going to go also do the marquee matchups. Now, I've done all of the marquee matchups. I've completed them like not pre-recorded, but pre-done them. But I don't think I've got any of the same players in the same marquee matchups, but you never know. So the first one's super easy. I took 4 Germans from German League 3. 4 French from French 2, and then 3 non-Germans from the Bundesliga, because they're still as cheap as they ever were. And I think, for me, a couple of these are untradeable. So he's untradeable. Baumgartlinger is untradeable. And Lecky is also untradeable. So I couldn't even sell these guys on if I wanted to. We get Silver Players Pack for completing that part of the objective. Something is definitely wrong with these servers. And then what we're going to have today, guys, is 5 to 9 games. I don't know exactly how many we're going to do. Just, it's already quite late on Friday, so it's 9:30. And here we are with the Polish SBC, so 2 Polish players up front, Koreans to take up most of it because they're not worth anything, and then a couple of randos just to go in the left-hand side. Their chemistry is still great. I had 92 chemistry on that squad. But yeah, I want to set up, as I said, the controller functionality on the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing and when. I think that'd be a cool feature for videos, but I'm having some problems in terms of actually getting it working. For some reason, when I'm pressing record on the program that's not my Elgato that I used to record with, the file is just corrupt every single time. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to work. So next up, guys, Parma against Bologna. We've got 1 Parma player at the... Sorry, is it Bologna? Yeah, Bologna player at the top left, and then the Sampdoria striker at top central. And then just some Russian league players in there and some French league players to finish off this SBC, and that gives us a jumbo gold pack. And then last but not least is Bournemouth against Brighton. This one was really easy. 1 Bournemouth or Brighton, same league, max 5, rare players, min 3, exactly gold. I've got 5 rares. Once again, few untradables. Balassi, tradable. Ake, untradeable. Musashio, untradeable. I think Caldara is untradeable as well. There you go. So my team just generally here, untradeable and decent to use. And that completes the entire marquee matchups, which gives us another prime gold players pack. So, of course, there are some cool cards in packs right now. I don't think we'll pack any with 2 prime gold players packs and then a few small gold packs. But you never know. So we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to see what we can get out of this. The silver packs I don't really care too much about. Of course, as long as we pack a good silver player, that would be quite nice. Wow. We might have packed some good silvers here. So Okaka looks like about even 700 coins. Like I'm half tempted to just, like I said to you guys before, it's time to start selling on everything, you know. Like this German guy, he's selling for 700. He probably usually wouldn't sell. Spain 2. This guy, he's a little bit like cheap right now. 450 for him. Definitely not selling him. Aluko, wow, he's 400. I suppose if the player's worth like, is this guy really worth like 5,000 coins? No, 1,500. If the player's worth like less than 500 coins, I probably won't sell them if they're silver. If they're worth more than 500 coins, though, I'll almost definitely sell them just because it's pretty good value. These Polish players are quite nice to come in there. A couple of thousand coins out of that. Marquee matchups definitely going to be super profitable for us today. So less than 500 for him. Less than 500 for him. Narsing here, wow, only 200 coins for him. And then Naldo, the Saudi guy, or Saudi League player, should I say, Brazilian. I'll sell him because I already have him in the club. And we'll send those guys into the club and go for a small prime silver players pack. So 6 silver, 3 rare, sorry. 6 silver and 3 rare. Hopefully, of these 3 rare, we get another good sellable card. Wow, I actually think he is a good sellable card. Well, he's another like 1,500. I think have we got like a league, Spanish League 1 player as well? We have. Now, this guy is coming in at about 700 coins. I'm half tempted to hold on to him. He's only 350. Suar here is less than 700. Hamudau, I don't know if I've said his name right. And then Tivred. Now, I thought these players were going to be mad expensive, but I guess it's a very specific set of players. It is very expensive. We now get a jumbo gold pack, guys. Can we get anything good out of this? No walkout, obviously. No board, but a rare card. So I think that was Victor Wanyama there off of first glance, so that won't be too bad. Bastian Schweinsteiger coming in as well. Wow, he's selling at like 2,000 coins right now. Jeez. I don't know why. German, I guess. I'll list him up straight away. Quite a lot of golds are just selling for a good amount. Might have to go through my whole club and just start selling everything off. Look at that Yanmat as well. 800 coins, 900 coins for Yanmat. Let's get rid of him. Bochetti coming in next. Not too much for him, only 600. And then Grealish as well. Grealish, he's got some bids on him. There's nothing lower than like 2,000 by now. So let's list him up as well. 1,900 coins there. Throw him in. Get rid of the staff. We never collect those. Catalyst, a cat. A couple of other bad stuff. A coin. Oh, it was Sanchez. It wasn't even Wanyama. And does Sanchez sell? Not really. So we'll just discard him and send those items into the club. And that leaves us, guys, with a premium gold players pack and 2 prime gold players packs. If our luck's in, our luck's in. I don't expect it to be in specifically or, you know, really. We don't get a board in the first pack either. Again, I'm not really going to check every player here. I just, you know, if I see something that I know Walcott used to be worth a lot. So he's worth still 1,000 coins. It's still probably worth selling. Eggstein there, definitely worth selling for 1,400 for Eggstein. All of the Germans can go, and I've probably got a whole bunch of Germans that I can sell in my club as well. We'll have to go through and have a look. I'll do it maybe on stream. Willem's there, not really selling. Not even for 700 on bid. Atsu, 650 on bid, so I'll discard him. And then Horta there. Yeah, the commons, they typically sell for a little bit more. So we'll list Horta up for 500. We'll send those guys down and discard them. And here we go, guys. 2 opportunities at hopefully picking up one of the new Road to the Final cards. A walkout is necessary if we're going to get one. No walkout in the first pack. No board in the first pack either. So that's pretty sad. Let us send everything into the club. Toprak's not bad, though. Perez there as well. Yeah, I have a feeling he was selling. We get Ducouré. I'm just going to list these guys up, and if they sell on open bid, great. And if they sell for what they sell for, then even better still. just as long as there's no major sales here. Ignacio Martinez, yeah, see, I mean, they're not really selling, so, oh crap, I didn't mean to list him, start price 1300. And then Barini could be a fair bit expensive, yeah, see, he's like nearly 900 coins as well, so that's not too bad. And then our last attempts, guys, at something good before we get into some gameplay here. Can we get lucky? No, we can't, so no special cards for us. No boards for us out of all of that. 2 prime player packs, 1 player pack, a gold, jumbo gold pack, and although we, hey, shocking, we actually don't have a single player in the club from those at all. But that, guys, is going to be that. 6 sales. I want to see if the silvers have sold realistically. Did any of these guys, I kind of want that silver pack to sell. I'm very, very tempted to sit here and burn like maybe 20 to 30,000 coins on silver packs and see if we can make a profit. If we can, I can sit here and just grind them hard, but if we can't, then obviously it's going to be no bueno. So that guy's only 200 coins. That's terrible. Goalkeeper training cards never sell. This could sell, specifically this actually. So yeah, we'll get like 1,300 coins back for that, and probably on Monday after Foot Champs, when everyone starts attacking that silver objective, that will probably go up even more. So again, we will actually make profit off of this pack, funnily enough. It's just whether or not we can consistently make lots of profit, or whether or not you require a heavy amount of luck per pack. I'll do one more here, should the store catalog update, and then we'll get into the gameplay. I'm addicted to these. I know bronze packs right now are just off the charts as well. I've got so much items in my club, so many items in my club that I can sell on. What do we get here? So we get Marquee, who is selling for maybe like 200, not even selling there. We get a squad fitness, which is a great start. We get a player Asprilla there selling for 700, so we can get him gone. Campbell here selling for 250, 300. So that's like 1,000 coins. Now with the contracts and the squad fitness card that we'll be able to get rid of as well, we would have again made profit off of this pack. I'm not saying we're making like millions of coins or anything like that, but we are making steadily profit per pack. Now let me open one more, because I am fully addicted to these, and then I promise we'll get into some gameplay and get some comments from the comment section. Can we get something like, you know, there are some silvers that are selling for like mammoth amount of coins. If we could hit one of those, obviously it'd be amazing. Rober here, still maybe like 400 coins for him. We'll list him up as well. We're looking for just 2,500 coins per pack back. This guy's selling for maybe 700 coins, so that's 1,100 already back from those two. Tessil here, we'll get like 300-400. That's like 1,500 back for already. The staff probably doesn't sell. There's only a few on the market, but yeah, he won't sell. We'll get like 1,000 coins back from all of the rest of the stuff in the pack. So again, we're only like a couple hundred coins out there, even with the discard coins maybe even breaking even. But yeah, guys, I'm going to test more some of the silver pack stuff here. Maybe premium silver packs are the way to go, just in case you get one of those shiny players that could be worth a whole bunch. But this is going to be the end of the very, very long intro. Let's get into some gameplay. Okay, guys, as we get into the gameplay, you can see on the screen here, I've got the controller feature up. I was going to record a fair few games with the controller feature on, and that to be today's episode. But sadly, whilst going into this game, and look how bad this guy's team is, I have a feeling because of that backline specifically, I would have won the game here. Sadly, going into this game, my PlayStation overheated, and the cause of that was just a lot of dusting. As you guys know, I've had builders in my house for the last 3 months, and I think it's finally taken its toll on my console. I turned the console back on and it kept shutting itself off every 10 to 30 seconds. And I eventually just cleaned it out, got all the dust out, and now, touch wood, it's been alright for the last like 18 hours. So hopefully no more problems. But that's my first, that's not really a DC loss. But it's not a loss, you know. But we go 1-1, guys, after our first 2 games because of that. And because I spent so long trying to sort my PlayStation out, the time that I had to record off stream went, so all the other games come on stream. And when I record gameplay on stream, I haven't set it up yet so that I can record gameplay and the controller without the alerts and the sounds and the images and stuff on the screen. However, I might just start recording all of that stuff as well and going from there. I don't know. Into the next game we go, guys, and as we get into this, I've only got a few comments from today's video because I feel like I'm going to talk a long time about them. But this weekend league, I don't know if it's because I'm using the Arsenal players or just a team that's not my best team. I don't know if it's because I'm using the off-chem styles, and I don't know if it's because I'm using a formation I don't use, but this weekend has been the hardest weekend I've played in a very, very long time. I feel like I'm playing up against top players game after game after game. And then today, I just, before recording this, I just finished my 11th game, and I won it against a guy 3-2, and he messaged me afterwards saying GG. And I was just like, GG, dude. Asked him where he finishes in weekend league and in rivals and stuff, because like it was a tough game. And to my surprise, he said he finishes gold 3 or gold 2 normally, rank 1 or 2 in Division 5, and he's already 7 wins and 10 losses this weekend. And I just couldn't believe, A, that I matched against a guy that was 7-9 whilst I was 7-3. That's just horrific. But secondly, I couldn't believe that I struggled so hard against someone who finishes gold 3 or gold 2, which means that perhaps I'm just not playing great FIFA. And that's surprising to me because obviously we got up into Division 1 this week. We got to 17-3 last weekend league, and now here I am at, outside of today's first games, and I might add a few more games in actually, because this is going to potentially be a long one. So I've got, I think, 2 more or 3 more games that I've played outside of this video that I might throw on top as well, that I have got the controller feature with. But yeah, basically I was just surprised in general. However, with that being said, as the title of this video is probably suggesting, and the thumbnail suggesting, Alex Lacazette's Futmas card is stupidly broken, and you will see some ridiculous goals from him throughout today's video. Red timed volleys from 35 yards flying in the top bins perfectly, insane dribbling goals, great finesse shot goals, great driven goals. He just has a little bit of everything. And, headed goals, volleyed goals from crosses. Like, he honestly just has a little bit of everything. And it makes me feel like, although I still feel on this whole SBC thing that in hindsight, no SBC card realistically is actually worth it. I think so far we could make an argument for Player of the Month Hazard being the only player that was worth investing your coins in for an SBC. Although, the 180,000 coins or so that Lacazette ultimately cost me, we could have bought a better player with. He is like the players of previous years. Remember the FIFA 17 Player of the Month Son and the FIFA 18 Anthony Martial? How for some reason, in spite of whatever stats they had, they were just so perfect for the game that they were just way better than their stats. That's what this Futmas Lacazette feels like for me. He just feels incredible. I literally can't explain it. Like, for me, he's outscoring Aubameyang since he's got into the team, and that is not an easy thing to achieve because Aubameyang, for me, scores all of my goals, basically. So for somebody to be outscoring him, that is absolutely sensational. So for the comments, guys, first one is from Hamza. Says, hey Nep, I was wondering why you're not using Bale as much lately. Even when you were using your big team, you were using Mbappe and Lala instead of Bale and Juanfran, who I think are a bit better with the French duo. Loving the series. PS, I think it would be better to switch to a normal RTG to have more variety, but I would still watch anything you post. So we're going to get to the RTG stuff in a second. I don't know why I went off of Bale. No particular reason. I'll tell you what it was, dude. I think I was just loving Mbappe. And when I picked this comment out, I was thinking to myself, I don't even have Mbappe on my bench for this team. I should put him on the bench. I basically just I just got so caught up in the hype of Mbappe and Lala being the meta players that I just completely forgot that Bale and Juanfran exist. I mean, we put Juanfran back in for this weekend league, but there's no rhyme or reason behind it. I think we're back at that stage, where we've been multiple times throughout this year, where I have a headache in terms of player selection for the attack. It's just I have an unbelievable amount of great attackers, and they are heavily influenced by other players I put in the team. So, for example, if I want to use Torreira, it's very difficult for me to go outside of the Premier League. So, it kind of influences my team selection. But with that being said, you know, I actually don't know. There's a lot to talk about, not just for this series, for this channel, but we'll get there in a second. Next comment is from Arthur. Says, "Hey Nep, I was just wondering if you could talk about what international reputation does for a player and their stats." So it does absolutely nothing for their stats. It is literally just a modifier that increases the overall card rating. So a player with, for example, a 1-star international reputation would be an 81 rated. A player with the exact same stats, like a carbon copy, weak foot, skill moves, height, work rate, club, the works, but a 5-star international reputation might be, say, an 84 rated card. So all it does is just give a higher rating to the actual card itself. There was a formula, a calculator that I think it was on SoFIFA.com actually, that explains what a player would be without international reputation. So, but basically, yeah, it's just a modifier that boosts the overall face stat. Kind of irrelevant, I would say, in FIFA Ultimate Team, but that's EA for you, man. You never know why they do what they do. Tosh Solicitors says, with regards to FUTMAS, what do you think of low-rated players getting a large boost to become a usable card? For example, I would love to see a Pablo Hernandez, being a Leeds fan, that is boosted to an 85 rated stats to match this. I think that would encourage people to use smaller leagues and experiment with teams, however, they wouldn't be losing games because of it. Yeah, I agree, dude. I've been talking on Twitter a lot about how Festival of FUT, and we even talked about it on video and stuff. You know, Festival of FUT and Team of the Season was amazing. Having all of those great players available for super cheap was great. And I'm excited for that. And a lot of people said, oh yeah, he was only that cheap because the game was dead and it was at the end of the game. And that is a point to consider. But when I talk about FIFA in videos, on Twitter, on stream, people are just generally done with this game already anyway. So what harm would it be, as you say, Tosh, to give us unbelievable players that are extremely affordable so that people aren't funneled into the meta? I think EA are concerned that if they give too many people too many good things, they won't spend money on packs. But I was saying this to AA Nice Skills the other night. During Festival of FUT, I, as a consumer, not as a content creator, just as a lover of FIFA and as a consumer of the game, I had so much fun to the point where I spent so much more money on the game than ever before, because I was enjoying the fact that in every pack that I opened, whether it was a 5k pack or a promo pack, I had a good chance of getting something that was good. And because of that, even playing draft was just extremely fun. Imagine playing FUT Champs now. Imagine if EA had a FUTMAS team of 100 players, right, that were all weird players from weird leagues, that all went into packs with like 90 to 92 rated cards, just for example, that were relatively affordable and had a really high pack weight. Playing FUT Champs then would be great, because even if you finish Gold 3, you get your 50k pack, you might pack 2 or 3 FUTMAS cards. It might be just absolutely sensational. So generally speaking, I wish EA would give us far more than what we have, and I don't know for sure, but I personally think it would have a positive impact on how people play and interact with this game and how much people spend, rather than a negative impact. And that's just my perspective. But yeah, I would love to, you know, we talked about it before, I would love to be able to go into a game and come up against a team where I'm like, holy moly, look at these players he's got, rather than, oh, he's got another Ferdinand, another Varane, another Courtois, another Lala, another Dani Alves flashback, another Robertson at left mid, another Mbappe, another Pogba, another Aubameyang, another Hazard. Like, it's just like, let's take this team for example. There you go, Player of the Month Hazard, Fabinho that we see all the time, Sol Campbell, Van Dijk. He's got a few weird ones in there. He's got the SBC, the Chinese League SBC. He's got Larson up front that we don't see often. But even him, half of his team is the overpowered, overused meta players that we see all the time. And he's tried to do good things with a unique team. And ultimately it cost him, because he was a very good player. And I beat him because he just couldn't, like, you know, having Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back just wasn't really good enough for him. But yeah, you know, we could talk about it as much as we want. Ultimately, it's EA that holds all the cards in this instance, and if they don't change anything in any way, we're just going to be moaning and complaining about it for a long time, which will lead me on to what I want to talk about in terms of this channel, this series, and just my FIFA going forwards for the short term. Parham says, "Hey Nep, in terms of chem styles being effective or not, I have to say when you use a training card, you can really see the changes in stats and you can easily feel it in game. Whenever you use chem styles, you just see the numbers beside each stat and can't really feel compared to a training item. I'm not here to say chem styles don't work. I'm just trying to say they're not as effective as it suggests. What I think your misconception here is when you apply a training chem style, it boosts that number on every stat in the category. So if you apply a plus 15 dribbling and you have the coaches, you get plus 23 across your dribbling. That gives you 23 agility, 23 balance, 23 composure, 23 reactions, 23 ball control, and 23 dribbling, right? Whereas if you apply a chem style that boosts dribbling, it might only give you 5 reactions, 10 agility, 5 composure, and 5 dribbling. So it might not actually, what the training cards do is they are a global upgrade. So when you apply, for example, the Hunter chem style, actually I think the Hunter is plus 10, plus 10. But previous years it would have been plus 15 for sprint speed and plus 10 for acceleration. So there was a disparity there in spite of the stats. If you applied a plus 15 pace card, you would have got plus 15 acceleration, plus 15 sprint speed. So with that in mind, it would have actually given a full boost to what the stat was saying. So I think that's just a little bit of a misconception with the stat cards versus the chemistry styles. And then last but not least, Ethan Wiltshire says, I say just start the regular road to glory from this point, ready for Team of the Year. So I have started clearing the club out and doing things I said I would be doing. I've started selling off a lot of bronzes, a lot of consumables, a lot of silvers, just getting some coins back where I can. We're up to like 700,000 coins almost now. And as I talked about, I think at the start of this video, actually, sometimes I get lost in my videos. At the start of this video, I think if I sold everything... everything. Let's not include Lloris and not include Varane because those are mainstays in my main team at the moment. If I sold everything else, I am absolutely certain I would have over 5 million coins. So I'm going to spend the next month gutting the club out, continuing with bronze packs and stuff, but generally just selling on everything and trying to build up my coin balance so that we've got some coins available for Team of the Year. Now, in terms of this channel and in terms of this account, in terms of my enjoyment on FIFA, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I'm just not enjoying it as much as I have done in previous years. I find the fact that there is absolutely no casual mode this year to be very, very disappointing. In previous years, last year, for example, even with FUT Champs, we still had the daily knockout tournament and we had divisions. Now, divisions was casual to a degree. Obviously, FUT Rivals is far, far, far more challenging than Divisions ever was. Divisions was casual to a degree, but what I loved about last year's game was the daily knockout tournaments. And what I've always loved in FIFA in general is tournaments, because for tournaments, you could just build new teams, have fun, and if you lose, it doesn't matter. Like the DKT, for example, imagine we had the DKT this year. I could build, there were periods of time last year where for the DKT you could win it up to 2 times for specific things, or you could win it just 1 time, but there were 2 DKTs per week that you could play in. So that already there is 2 squad builders and 2 fun times that I could have on the game casually playing that would allow me to give you guys content and, as a consumer, play the game using players that I want to be able to play without being punished for it. And you can actually see with how my record kind of is going this weekend league and how I'm struggling in the games. Although my team is still very good, and I'm not trying to say it's not, I am suffering in certain regards because I'm not using the best possible team that I can be using. And as I've told you guys many times before, I personally rely and require... rely specifically on abusing overpowered game mechanics with the overpowered players in the tough games. That's how I get to win them, because I don't, my neurons don't fire as quick as other people's, because I'm obviously 34 years old, so my reactions aren't as good and my decision making isn't as quick as other people's would be, and that costs me in games. So in those tight games, when I don't have my personal best possible team, it sometimes comes back to haunt me. But in terms of FIFA and this channel, what I was considering doing, I've been talking about the first 3 months and the last 3 months of FIFA being the most prevalent in terms of playing FIFA. And we're in that stage now where I find FIFA to be generally quite tiresome to play. And it has nothing to do with my weekend league results. It's just due to the fact that we're playing for nothing, it feels like. I'm able to make more money from opening bronze packs and silver packs again. And we got here last year. And this is why the 3 month thing is a thing. Because for the first 3 months, playing FUT Champs to a degree, to any degree, and playing FUT Rivals and playing squad battles gets you so many coins that it's such an important factor, because you can still upgrade your team dramatically. Once you get to a point where you can barely upgrade your team, it's about being either enjoying the game or being efficient with your account. And for a content creator, with what we do with the Road to Glory, I have to be a mix of both. And so when I'm playing nothing but competitive gameplay, Division 1 and FUT Champs, 30 games a week, it just drains me so much that I'm not doing the efficient thing. And the efficient thing is actually easier to make and produce coins than anything else. You know, buying and selling players, flipping consumables, opening bronze packs. This week alone, you could literally just open bronze packs for 3 hours a day, and you would make way more coins than whatever you got from playing FUT Champs, unless you was one of those stupidly lucky people that got an insane pack pull. So I've considered a number of things, a whole number of things. I've considered completely stopping the Road to Glory and running Draft to Glory on this channel and just uploading a draft every single day. I've considered just uploading less videos on this channel and just uploading content when I've got it from the Road to Glory. I've considered streaming everything on the Road to Glory and just putting highlight videos on YouTube for that may be daily and maybe not. I've considered alternating Road to Glory and Draft to Glory. Like, for example, we could do Thursday's Road to Glory rewards, Friday Road to Glory squad builder for a new team for FUT Champs, and then, say, Tuesday, like a roundup of this is what the account looks like, this is what we did in Rivals, this is what we did in Champs, this is the SBCs that we've completed. And then on Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we could put Draft up. And I've considered completely stopping the Road to Glory for a few months, doing Draft to Glory or just other content on this channel, and then picking back up the Road to Glory when there are promos, basically, when there's something to play for. Like this week, it would actually be a week where we would do stuff on the RTG, because I would do a video showing me get that Santi Cazorla, showing me complete some weekly objectives, showing me complete some SBCs that are in packs. And then let's say for FUT Birthday, there's a cool weekly objective there. We'll do a Road to Glory video here and there, but just slowing it right down and spending far less time on the account. Because, as I say, if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm bored of this account. Like, I'm bored of using the same team. I'm bored of just getting the same results in Weekend League, give or take. We've got 22 to 25 wins pretty much every week since week 1. We got, I think, we even got 22 wins on week 1. I actually don't think I've ever finished on less than 22 wins or more than 25 wins. So that's my threshold, 22 to 25. And it doesn't matter how good my team's got or how bad my team's got. I'm not breaking through that. I'm not going under it. I'm not going over it. And it is just boring. Going into Division 1 was boring. And so when I think about how much time I put into this channel and onto this account, I feel like I would be better served doing it with something that I enjoy massively, because I think you guys would enjoy it. And I think by taking less time onto this account, I would have more fun. That's not to say that I won't actually get on the account daily, because I would still stream the account daily. I'd still stream me grinding. A lot of it would be streaming. That's why I sat there and, as I said, I've thought about a lot of things, and I've not made any decisions. As of right now, we're just carrying on like normal, and I'm just processing my own dilemmas through my mind. But of course, I want to share that with you guys. So don't take this as, oh no, he's stopping, or oh no, he's carrying on, or don't take this as, yes, we want Draft to Glory, or no, we don't want Draft. Like, just take this as a discussion point. Like, I'm just processing through the information myself, like, out loud, and allowing you guys to help me come to a conclusion and a decision. Because as of right now, I feel like I'm just going down a rabbit hole. And I said this to Skills last night. I said, like, I would happily stop the Road to Glory, upload only Draft to Glory on the second channel, and then just do other stuff on the main channel. The promotional stuff that I normally do, the top 100 pack openings that I get off the other pro players, and, maybe the best team in FIFA or fun squad builders or whatever, and take those into FUT Champs. Do 3 squad builders a week, 5 games each one. First 15 games of FUT Champs, job done. That's 3 squad builders a week, plus other, plus rewards, plus promo packs, plus like other events. Maybe start doing some videos on showing overpowered techniques and showing, I don't know, just like the main channel kind of takes care of itself thanks to EA having a lot of promotional stuff available. We could do SBCs. Alternatively, I considered carrying on doing the main channel as it is and then doing bonus promo stuff over here. Like this week alone, because of like the FUTMAS cards coming out every day at 6, I've uploaded so many videos on the main channel, like more than in a long time. In 6 days, I've uploaded 15 videos in 6 days to the main channel. I could quite easily have just put the FUTMAS cards on there and put all the other promo stuff on the second channel and just not done the Road to Glory. So, as I said, guys, you know, I'm kind of just processing some things, some thoughts, and working through some ideas of where I want to take my content. You know, this is the 4th year of the Road to Glory now, and it's always this point, January until about Team of the Season, where I just become very, very bored with the game. And I love to pick it back up during Team of the Season and beyond, because I find that to be the most... I honestly find the start of the game and the end of the game the most fun. And it's a time in the middle where a game just really struggles to hold my interest. And I don't want to force myself to keep playing it and become super bored. But at the same time, what I also understand is that every single day, at least 70,000 people clock onto this channel to watch my videos. Sometimes upwards of 80 or 90,000, but... basically every day 70,000 people turn up to watch this Road to Glory, and that is a lot of people to just disappoint. And what I don't want to do is start showing up with the Road to Glory every 2 days and every 3 days and once a week, then 3 times in a week, and then every day for a week, and then not for a week, you know, because you guys deserve better than that. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm making no rash decisions right now. I'm just talking through it, I'm just working through it, and I will come to a conclusion in the very near future. But I honestly just don't know what to do, because I'm pouring a lot of time and energy into this account and onto this channel, and if it wasn't for the fact that you guys love this series so much and so many people watch this channel, I would have stopped this Road to Glory about now for a few months, or as I say, we would have done some other stuff some other way. And I know some people will look at this, because there's been people on Reddit and tweeting me and stuff that are saying that my problem is that now that other people have got better teams, I don't like the fact that I can't get elite or whatever. That's not even it. I got elite just 2 weeks ago. Last week I was 17-3 after 20 games. Like, this week's been a very tough week, granted, but it's not about the winning or losing. It's about the worth. And I don't feel, again, this is where it's tough for me as a consumer versus as a content creator. As a consumer, it's not worth my time playing this game right now. I'm not getting enjoyment out of it. The thing that would be worth it would be playing to Gold 3 and then stopping, which I know a lot of content creators do anyway, but playing to Gold 3, stopping there, and then just enjoying my time playing other games or doing other things instead of playing on this account and grinding the 30 games and struggling through and getting finishes and getting terrible red cards as a result. Like this week, for example, Nick finished Gold 3, got Gabriel Jesus. I finished Gold 1, I didn't get a good red card. So, I don't know, dudes. This is a long video, but thank you guys for watching. I'm really intrigued to see your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section there below. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.